Hello everybody, this is Shrike playing more the Artisan of Glimmith. Solved 115 puzzles in this game, and they've all been fantastic. This game is delightful, absolutely delightful. So we have cleared last time Shape Bank, and obviously before that we did lots of others. We've even done +2 on each of these. So we've gone above and beyond, even going above and beyond. So now to the next area, where they will surely introduce some other devious puzzle. Precision. All regions must have an area of exactly 4. Okay. That seems reasonable. Like, oh, right, but they can't have things be enclosed. But either way, that's still pretty trivial. I almost thought they showed the answer there, but no, the walls are not the same. All right, what about over here? Position 3. Okay, so they can just pick any arbitrary number. Well, that's interesting because that is, generally speaking, easier than... Well, I say that. yeah, that works. That's easier than having only elbow pieces because I can then fill in whatever's left, essentially. That's pretty nice. Exactly 4. So we have to have these come out. If I want to fill in all the areas in groups of 4, it's going to be a little tricky. Like if I did this, for instance, this would have to be forced to go there. This would go forced here, and I can't do that. So therefore, this has to go down this way. That has to go down this way. And then I have a 4 space there. Nice. Okay. Very good. Straightforward. Precision, but with Gemini and Delta. Oh, and they ought to be 4. So this has to be the same as this. Doesn't necessarily have to be in that direction. Oh, but they have to be the same shape specifically. So it has to be line. So either this line is here or the line is here. But that makes this, just fill in itself, essentially. And then it's just over here, I have to figure out how to get these to be of size 4 regions, but also be different shapes from each other. And I can't do that currently. So I do this, that's not true. But then this is not of size 4. So that means this is immediately wrong. I realize I could do something like this. They're 4 shaped, they're size 4, and that gives us more room down here to make these different sizes. And then we can do it like so. Nice. Oh, that's so good. I love that they introduced individual little mechanics, and then they can do interesting combinations of them, just in so many different variations. That is just delightful. Hold control to see the size of an area. Oh yeah, we've already figured that out. Position 7. Well, this has to come out here. There's no way around it. Where it goes from there, who knows? It could be anywhere. Oh god. Oh well, actually that's not true because I can't go and cover that up, for instance. So this has to be its own area, separate from this. Which would just make sense to do something like this and do a separate color up here. Then the same limitation is going to occur over here. This has to be a different color, a different color, a different color. So I think we just work off of that. We have to make sure that they can all be 7. They're also kind of giving us a bit of a hint here, I think. 5, 6, so that's 7. This is 5, this is 6, this is 7. That is nice. You're reminding us of that feature here for a good reason. There you go. Yeah. This game is so good. I'm not just going to say that on repeat, but it's true. All right, let's do this too. Exactly 11. Okay. Do I want to start here? Well, if I start here, this is forest, right? That's the size of 5. I guess I could consider this also forest, because there's no way we can have something else partially go into here and then complete it. That's 8. If this would be 11, then would this be 11? It's 10. This is an 11 space here, so I can just, oops, undo that. Complete these, and we're good. Okay, sure. Works for me. Another 2 here. Exactly 3. Well, this is forced. I don't know which direction it's going to go yet. These are also all going to be forced in some regard. So that means it's really just down here that matters the most. So if I do this and this, yeah, okay. Pretty straightforward. Now, oh, this is a 1, so it's probably going to introduce a new mechanic. And this one looks like it's going toward another area. So let's focus on over here. First and foremost. Let's do this 1. Exactly 4. Well, I see some forced areas. In fact, this one is just completely forced. And since this is on the other side, this will have to be a different color from this. And it cannot be connected to him. So that's interesting. What if I did something like this? I think that works. It does. So I'm getting better now about recognizing when I see walls like this and one thing's on the other side, I'm going to have another color on the other side of it. And that just really narrows down a lot of the mechanics. So I could keep going that way for easier puzzles, but I kind of want to check out some of these on the side. Just looking for other secrets. They like to hide little puzzles in unusual places. But go here to this 3. So exactly 13. That's a big region, my dude. And Gemini, they have to be the same shape. Okay, so it's all going to be about the shape here, not necessarily the size. Oh boy, and they are... I'm not good at these ones. So... But I have to, if I do that, because that is kind of forced, actually. And I also need it to be like... here to get this corner, because I couldn't, if I did this, for instance, I would never fill in that. Probably. That means if this goes like this, it's a zigzag, it goes like that, it mirrors. Hopefully this ends up being just a 1 and a 1, but it's possible that I fill in this, and then I make another one here. Would that work? I don't think, oh, it has to be size 13. I was gonna have to keep going and link up to this one too. Okay, so technically these are, wait, how many squares are there total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or sorry. This is 10. This is 10 plus another 6. So there's 16. So I need 2 areas of exactly size 13. So that means I only have to work with these 2 colors. I just have to keep making them symmetrical. So if I were to go up this way, I could do it here, which would be the same spot. Therefore, that color cannot be this guy. It has to be the other one. So if I go from... oh, crap. Well, that's not going to work. Unless I make this... ah, right. Right. I can't think of this as being this anymore. I will have to try and recreate... all right, if I do something naive like this, and then I want to recreate this, then it's more than 13. Would I recreate this using this? No, it's not going to work. Oh, and that can't be enclosed. So this actually has to be that color. Okay. So we have to do this, more or less. This, I don't know what color it's going to be yet. Technically speaking. I do this, are these the same? No. Wait, triangle plus 1 at the end. Yes, they are the same right now. But this can never be that color in that case, if I do it that way. I'm really bad at these mirroring shapes ones. I'm much better at the other types of puzzles. So this is the way coming down. Yeah, see, like, I need to think about this differently. If I do this, think about it that way. I've got 2 Zs. which can extend another way. Oh god, again, it's not gonna really match up. It is a symmetrical map though, actually, so I could do it. Right? We could do this. This will have to come around to here. This will have to come around to here. If this comes to here, this has to come to here. There we go. Okay, so the trick was not trying to build from the same direct side, but because the whole arena was technically symmetrical, I could just start here and then work toward the center. Okay, a 4. There's gonna be different shapes, exactly 16. And we've got 4 by 8. Okay, so that means they got exactly 2 shapes of 16 each. But we got these weird shapes, these weird walls. The only difference really is this guy here. Means my 2 shapes have to start and end around there. But also, if for instance I have a shape here and here, then I can't have a wrap around there. So that means the other shape must be like this eventually. Also probably here as well, which would make sense. So over here, if I want to do the same thing, but kind of in reverse. That's not really going to work out. I could do it this way, potentially. Then, yeah. So they're rotated 180 degrees, not... Then if I have you, you're going to have to go to... Oh, shoot. They're not going to be able to cross, though, is the problem, actually. Like, if I need to get this up here, I'm not going to be able to get that over there without it being a different shape. Or, at the very least, I won't be able to get it to the bottom left corner. You know? So... maybe they do have to come out the same side. But the problem with that is I've got a wall here. How am I going to fill that in? Like I said, I'm not good at these ones. I'm not good at these ones. Which I don't have to fill in that square, actually. So we could do something like this, in theory. Right? They have to be... wait, they have to be different here. And just 16 squares. So how many is this? 14? 13. Oh, okay, just swap these. Okay, they're not different, though. I need to make them different from each other. Means I need to do... oh, crap. I need to find a spot where I can swap one of... or change things around. Easier said than done. Like, it have to be down here, right? I mean, I have to take away squares from here. And then swap this. This is 15. This is 17. I need to take one away from here. Oh, but then these are a problem. So I'd have to do... oh, but then I can't get this guy. So he has to have this guy. So I need to take 2 away from this without breaking stuff. I can't necessarily do that. I can't take away this one. I need 2 more reds, but... wait, can I do... I can't... no, I can't do that. That does, in fact, need to be this. I keep accidentally changing the colors on these. I can't take that away because then this will break. 17, 15. Which means I'd have to do this, but then it's symmetrical. Oh, this is a wee bit difficult. They really block off doing like snaky shenanigans quite well. If I take these away, extend them here. I can't I can't get any more tiles doing that. Unless I do this, but then I'd be giving up a lot of this stuff. Wait, they're the same? They're actually the same doing that? Really? I guess so. These are the same. No, it doesn't work. They're... there's nowhere else I can take away a tile. Because then I break walls, or being on the other side of walls. There. So I have to try and find out where I could. Oh, it's this square, I think. And that breaks this. 17, 14. Can't take this one away. They're the same shape. Could I do something about the top left? Could I swap these around at all in a more creative way? No, because I can't really, I can't wrap around like this at all. That breaks this. And if I do this, then I'm breaking this rule. If I swap that, I'm breaking rules, but I can't because this is in the way. There's a lot of ways this doesn't work. Is there any way to snake another color around here or here? Well, I can't do this because it would separate the top right corner. I can't, I could get a hint, I suppose. One hint would probably be all I need. They want a line there? Oh, okay. They're saying like shapes differ there. That means all I can do is I just need to absorb a little bit more. There you go. Okay, yeah, exactly. One hint. That's all needed. Was that, oh, I had to push through here more, and then I could finagle it. Okay. I don't mind taking the hints, you know. Some people are, oh, hey, look, there's a secret one back here. Some people are really, really against ever getting back seated, and they get really mad about it. And dude, I've never minded whatsoever. People being like, hey, you missed this, or you could have done it this way too as well, or can you try this? Because I'm the same way. I want to interact, you know? When I'm watching someone else play, I'm trying to figure it out myself, and it's a lot more fun to do it together than just one person, you know? Obviously, despite my videos being in the format of, they must be exactly 3 size. My videos are very similar to live stream formats, but they're not actually live. So the best I get are the comment sections. And I do appreciate all the comments I do get. So this is forest, this is forest. It'll be at least size 3. So over here, to get to this bottom corner, I guess if this was 3 like this could work. Oh no, this doesn't, because this has to be size 3 as well. That means this pretty much has to be here. And then these have to be different shapes. So like that still technically works. If you went up, they wouldn't be different shapes. If this went here, I'd get an orphan square. So it's forced to be this corner here, which means this is forced to be a shape like this. That's not bad. Now this guy cannot be an L piece, so it has to be a 3 line piece. This also has to be a 3-line piece because of this. So I think those are both forced. This looks like it's... Otherwise, if I don't want the bottom right corner to be covered up, I need to have it face like that, which means I also have to do it here. Because I went the other way around, I'd have an empty space. Okay. Now here, what do I do here? If I want to get this corner, it has to be like... Can't be like that. It has to be like this. This has to be different, so it has to be a 3-line, 3-line, 3-line. Yes. See, I love these ones. These ones are great. I like those patterns. There's a 3 here, 2, 2, and 2. And 4. Oh, there's so many puzzles here. It's a puzzle game with lots of puzzles. Exactly 7. Interesting. I noticed there's a lot of 6 areas here, which heavily implies that because there's only one way in or out. I feel like they're kind of forced, you know? Because otherwise, another shape can't get in to help fill it out. So those are just, they kind of have to be that way. So now we have 5. I need another 2, but I don't want to block this. Otherwise, I leave one empty space there. So that kind of just has to happen. This also has a doorway, so I also have to fill it out. And as long as I don't block this... Oh, I see. So we can do that. Oh, sorry. Well, yes, like that, but... It needs one more. I don't know which direction it's going to go. This is already 7, so we can just close it. Now I have to figure out which direction this bottom dark blue one goes. I'll make it, let's make it red. If it goes this way, it can't go, so it has to actually go up that way. And we're done. And then, we've got 2 more shapes to do, which can just be more or less anything. I think. Yeah. Nice. Restore the precision window. All right, let's do this one. Exactly 11. Well, this is forced, but it's interesting because I can't wrap it around. Therefore, I probably have to... Ooh. If I do this, though, I'm not going to fit another square. I'm not going to fit another shape in. So how... I would have to go up this way. And then this has to be a different color. Sorry, I'm trying to close it and it's just changing colors on me. Make it yellow. There we go. So this one is 7. Well, now it's 8. I have to figure out another shape here that won't overlap. So this is forced to go here. This is forced to go around here. And we're done. Okay. We've definitely gotten better at these dividers. So I can't go there. So that means that has to be another shape. Probably the same here. It's precision 5, actually. This has to be a different color. This also has to be a different color. So interestingly, I think it's something like this. Because these can't be the same. That means this is kind of forced to be... Oh, dear. Oh, dear indeed. Like this. Then I have a spot here and here. There we go. Cool. Very cool. What's this 3 over here? Precision 5. A lot of deltas. Okay, this has to come out here. This has to come out here. It can't go there, so it has to go there. So that's just locked in place. This has to be here. And it cannot be this shape, so it can't go this way. It can't be that, so it has to go this way. That's 5, so it is locked in place. So here... Can't go this way, because that would be invalid. It can't go this way, because it would be invalid, so it's forced to go this way. And this one has to be different from this, so it can't go here. It has to go here. This... Oh, that would be the same shape, so it can't do that, and it has to do this. I mean, it's kind of just solving itself, isn't it, then? So we have this space here that has to come out. If I leave that one space there, it won't be able to be filled. So we have to do that. It has to be different from this, so it can't go here. It has to go here. Great. Similar problem here starting to show, but I can't. I don't know what this is going to fill with the rest of it. So let's start here. 1, 2. It's going to have to go across to here. Otherwise, this is never going to get filled. Oh, I guess not. It doesn't have to. It could go down like this. And they could go anywhere else for that matter. So let's look at this corner. It has to be a different color from this, so probably links up with this. Oh, that's the same shape as that, so I can't. It actually has to be... Oh, no. Okay, so that answers that. If we go this direction, I can't do this or this, because it becomes this shape. Therefore, that is an entirely different color. These has to be position 5. So that both of those get forced. This is precision 5. It could go this way or this way. It can't go that way because then this isn't true. So all of those locked in. This is somewhat forced. Well, completely forced, I should say. Now I have to figure out how to fill in the rest of this. This has to be able to escape. So that's actually forced. And this, if it goes like this, is not different. So I have to do it this way and this way. Oh, this game is glorious. There's a 3, 3 over here. There's a 4. A little bit of sneaky 2 there. Let's stick to the right-hand side here. Precision 5. Well, that's forced. Forced. Ah, okay. I see what they're putting down. That's interesting. So it can't be this zigzaggy shape, but it can be anything else. This could be literally anything. Well, they're forced to go this way and this way and this. Oh, that's not true, actually. They could go just one direction. But I need to fill out this corner here. Well, I guess I could potentially do this, so I can't wait. Well, they have to be the same shape, not different. It's Gemini, not Delta. Ah, that actually simplifies things quite a lot. So for this shape, I could do this. Or I could do this. I don't know which yet. But it has to be one of those two. So these 3 squares are at least good to go. This is it's a nice zigzaggy. Problem is if I do this, it's the right shape, but then this corner is never going to get filled in. It's impossible. So that seems just straight wrong. But if I do it this way, that also blocks. Therefore, that tells me this is wrong, actually. And I do have to go this way. And this has to go down. Either like this. Or like this. I don't know where that one's going to be. This is a square 5, which we can just lock in place. Cool. What about this guy? He has to be a zigzaggy. He can't really do that in this direction anymore. So he has to go this way. Which means I need this guy to go at least 1. Probably like this. I think that's the only way to do it. I need a 5 here somewhere. I don't know where it's going to finish yet. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. Actually, it has to be that way to get this guy out. So those are in fact confirmed. And now I just have to fill in the rest. Cool. And what about here? Precision 5, and we got Gemini to be the same shape. Okay. Well, weird. I could do this and this. It's not forced, but it does seem really good. And then here, if I want a 5 shape that can be done on both sides, that works, but then it leaves me a 3, so that won't work. Alternatively, if I want to leave, like, take up 5 squares here or something, it'd have to be... It needs to be a shape that I can do over here. Which means I can't open that, actually. I'd have to do something like this. It's... Oh, that's not going to work. That's... Oh, I'm so bad at the line of 3 with a 2. I don't have enough space, actually. Unless... That does work. Oh, look at that. Okay. Cool. Neat. It's unbelievable how they've managed to do so many good puzzles. You know how hard it is to make puzzle games? It is unbelievably hard to make well-balanced, satisfying puzzles. And they've done it so consistently here. I'm going to do this little hidden 4 here. Exactly 9. And we've got a 6 by 6 area, so it's 36. So there's going to be 4 shapes of exactly 9. These have to be different from each other. These have to be different. Okay, let's start here then. They have to be exactly 9, huh? Well, in this corner, it's almost certainly going to be one color. So I can't let other things pass. Well, actually, not necessarily. Because I could have another shape go like this. But I need another shape to get this. And that's not going to work out. So that means this one probably has to build out down this way. And a little bit this way. And then I have another shape here. Which can't go here, so it has to go like this. Could go down, I suppose. Doesn't really matter too much. So I think these are probably locked in. The 9. That's fine. And that doesn't break anything here. Yeah. Very good. I wonder how it picks the default colors like when you're on random, because it seems to like alternate between 2. And it just kind of worked out naturally to look good. Let's do this easy too. Let's get a breather. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The only way this is going to go anywhere is if it does this. So I lock that in, which forces this to go here. I don't know where it goes after that. So this is also forced. Cool. Now up here, these have to be different colors because I can't wrap around them. So if I look at this top right corner, 1, 2, 3, it can't go here. Could go here, and this would be for... Oh, it can't go there either, so... Never mind. This is kind of forced. This is also... well, it could go here. 2, 3, 1, 2... Wait, I need to fill in this. Oh, that blocks that, so... this means that it has to go here. It has to go here. There we go. Now let's do this 4 on the high ground. Ooh. Where would I start here? Always supposed to be exactly 3. So if I want to get this corner, it could be this, it could be this, it could be this. Don't really know yet. However, say there's a line of 3 here. I need a line of 3 here, but not a line of 3 here. I mean, I can do that. It's not guaranteed by any means. This could be a straight line, which would work here. This would be bend, but this would then break. Then, not the right shape. So I don't think this works. Just based off of that. Therefore, what happens? I'm assuming it's going to be something like this. Oh, they have to be the same. So it would have to still be this. So I don't think that helps us that much. These get forced. This has to be a 3. But then this doesn't work. So that tells me... Wait, this is always going to be a 3 no matter what. A 3 in a line. This is always going to be a 3 in a line. So in here... These two kind of are forced to some degree. The only question is where I have this. That's the only question. Okay. Well, to fill in this, I have to do a line. That means this has to be either a line, but then this leaves 4 space, which is not legal. But it has to be this, which forces this. Which forces this, which means this has to be here, this has to be here. But does this work? No. No, it does not. So clearly something is not forced that I thought would be forced. It has to be a different shape from this. And there's no way to get L piece back here. There's no way to get a horizontal piece back here because then it'll never satisfy this. So I could do this, but then again, that's the same. Curious. It's probably very obvious. It's probably something simple. Like my first, like you'd want that, but then this doesn't work. Can't do lines across horizontally. There's nothing else I can put there, especially if this is the case. Does this work? Because then this could be a line. This could be a line. Not really. No, it does not. No, it does not. The whole reason I did this was because of this. And that really just forces everything here. Then it doesn't work over here. He can't be this because that's a 4 space. He's this. I can't fit in a 3 line here. All right, let's try this again. So for these two, like this bottom line, it's always going to be some combination of just straight lines. There's no other way to get anything else here. That means this has to be a straight line. If it's like this, I can't get an L piece over here, so it will never be valid. So this is 110% forest. There's nothing else that can fit in here. 110% forest. This has to be an L piece. It could be like this, actually. Wait, I think that works. No, it does not. No. Wait. It does work. Look, check this out. Check out these apples. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. We could move on, but obviously we want to get a whole 35. The other ones had 33. Oh, there's a couple secret ones down here. Oh my goodness. I mean, it looks large and daunting, but it probably isn't that much. Exactly 4. Well, this is forest. This is forest. These are also going to be no way around it. I don't know what these will lead to. So this guy's forced to go up here, which means it's a straight line. It's an L piece, actually. It's forced. It means this is forced to be here. And then this also has to be an L piece. It could go here and up, or it could be like this, actually. I don't know. Don't know yet. Down here has to be a shape that's not an L piece, and the first 3 are stuck, so it has to go completely straight, which makes this completely straight, which makes this completely straight. All right. Good. This is 3 guaranteed, and I don't know. It has to be the same as whatever this is. That means this also, I mean, if it goes up like that, the top doesn't work. So it could be like this. Then I'm leaving, oh, well, actually that might work. So it's that or this. I don't know which yet. Okay. Which means I don't know what this or this is. Actually, this can't be a straight line, so it has to be here. Which means this has to be an L piece, which means that's forced. This has to be a square because it's the only way to fill up the space. So this then has to be this. This cannot be an L piece anymore, so it has to be a straight line. This cannot be a straight line, so it has to be some other shape, but it also has to fill in this area. Therefore, well, it could be a lot of things for 4. You know? No, because that would block this off. If it was a straight line, it would, yeah, so it actually has to be this. Forces that. Okay. This has to be an L piece of some shape without blocking 4 spaces here. So that is good. And then we get a 4 space and a 4 space. Oh no. Oh, these have to be the same. Oh crap. No, that undoes so much work. I didn't realize. Okay, well. So this actually has to be an L piece. It has to be same here. This has to be different and 4. To not block this, I have to do it that way. Which means over here has to be still this and that. There we go. Very good. All right, this is a 4. Oh my goodness. Exactly 4. I see a problem area here. Because there's nowhere for it to go. I think if it goes here, we're going to run into way too many problems. But I can't go this way. It could go this way. I don't know. Okay, but this has to be the same shape of it. So the only way to get those to be the same shape. So if I did this, I could, but then it would block, it wouldn't get the corner. So actually, yeah, the only valid spots would be these. Right? So that they're the same. Over here, this cannot be an L piece. Like, this has to be an L piece. So they cannot be together. So this has to go this way. And this has to go this way. This has to be an L piece, so if it goes down here, it can't be an L piece, so it has to go this way. I have this fixed in place. This could be a straight line. I think it has to be, because this then has to match this. Okay. Top solved. Now we have this problem again, where this has to be different from this, so it cannot be an L piece, so I can't do that. I could do this, perhaps. I cannot do that. It's unlikely that it connects all 3. I think that would cause insane problems. So I'm going to assume it's this. And this has to be a different shape from that. This has to be a different shape from that. But still fill in all the areas. I'm relatively confident in those. Here, I've got... These need to be the same, but I don't know how. This needs to be completed. Not yet. So this has to be the same. This has to be this shape, which means this has to be combined here, which means this has to be a T shape as well. This has to escape without being an L shape. It probably is not a straight line, so it's probably going to be, or sorry, a zigzag. It's going to be have to be an L piece, which makes this have to be an L piece. This straight line, straight line, straight line. Yeah! Yeah! I should play more puzzle games, clearly. Oh, I missed this 3 in the middle here? Or it got revealed, I suppose. 1, 2. These are forest, these are forest. This can't go around here. Other than that, I don't know. This could go either direction, I don't know which. This goes here. It could go either direction, I don't know which. These have to be on different sides of each other. It can't be one shape. But if this goes up here, it blocks this. So it has to go here. But that causes the problem with... So I have to assume this, actually. It's the only way to escape. This is the only way to escape here, because I can't take this spot here. Similar here, I can't be on both sides of this wall. And here, and here, and here. And we're done! I love it. Let's do this 4 on the high ground. Exactly 3. Well, if I go here, what problems does that cause versus this? Actually, if I go here, okay, this could be a straight, but this would have to be a turn. Versus if I do it the other way around, this would have to be straight across. This would be straight across. Oh, God. Oh, that doesn't work because of here. Gotcha. That means this cannot be here. It has to be here, locked in. And this has to be a straight line. This has to be curved. Brilliant. This has to be different, so it has to be a straight line. It can't fit horizontally, so it has to be like that. Similar here, this has to be horizontal. It can't be vertical because there's no room. Then the only way to fill in this is a vertical line. Now, if I want these to be different from each other while also not leaving a space, this has to be the corner, or I guess this. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. I need a 3-line here, which can't happen. So the 3-line has to be on the top. Means I have to do this. Cool. This has to come out. I don't know if it turns yet. So let's work over here. If this went straight, this would have to turn. If this turned, this would have to also turn because of this guy. So that's not true. Therefore, this has to be straight. This has to be a turn. Means this has to be a turn that doesn't leave gaps. Don't know if it goes this way or the other way. Okay, this corner or over here, I don't know yet. I know it comes out. I don't know how much past that. Oh, this has to be a line. So if I do this, it now leaves a gap. So it has to be this way. Thank you. This is the only way this fits. That means this fits this way. This has to be a line, and mwah, it's a work of art, all right. Look at all these cluster of little stuff here. And a 4 and a 5. All right, how close are we? 24 to 35. Oh, there's a 5 hidden there. All right, let's do a 5. Let's up the ante, shall we? Exactly size shape 5. And we got Gemini and Delta. Okay, well, first things first. These are going to have to be different shapes. These are going to have to be different shapes. It's going to be a lot of... This could, in theory, be the same shape as something else. I don't know, but this will have to be something different. So this has to come out. This has to come out. For this to be the same shape here, like I could do a zigzag. No, I can't. Then we do an L piece. Or I could do, a straight line. I could do this potentially. Or this. I don't know. There's also the possibility of this, like... Why is that one complaining? Oh, it has to be exactly size 5, not 4. Oh boy. Right. Then I think we have to start in here, maybe? Or in the corners, but I feel like the corners will figure themselves out. Probably. Okay, here's the thing. If I do this shape has to also be something like that. Which would mean this would have to be something like that. How many problems does this cause? Because this now has to be the same as that shape, which means it would have to be down like that, which forces this one to be that shape. So I think what I'm learning is whatever shape I pick for one is going to have to be for literally everything, almost certainly. Just horrifying. And then these have to be different shapes. Oh, good lord. Okay, so I don't think this is going to be the correct shape. That is for sure. There's no way we're going to fill in very easily there. I have a pretty good feeling that it's probably something like this. But then I could because it'd be another shape. This could be a different shape, no problem. From that. But then this would have to force these to all be the same shape. So yeah, over here is definitely the trigger point. Also, I can't do the fat. Can't do the same here and here. So I couldn't do this. Wouldn't work anyways. Okay. Oh boy, that's rough. I need a 5 shape that I can easily... an L piece could really work. Like in many situations. But what shape would this end up being in that case? Well, I can't do it here, actually. It can't be an L piece. Unless it's like something big like that, but like that is possible. Then this has to be the same shape and it breaks this guy. This condition anyway. There's not a space, so. But it can't be this because I won't have enough space here. No, there's no way to validly do that. I could do 1, 2, 3. No, it can't be 3 out. It has to be either 4 out or 2 out. Like, no, I can't even do that. I could do Z, big Zs. But again, this one and this one cannot be the same shape. That's what I'm learning here. This and this have to be different. So that this can be different. Okay, if I operate under that assumption, this is looking better. But then those aren't the same. Can I make this? No, because then these have to be the same. So I need a way to snake out. Oh, God. There's only going to be one shape that works here, obviously. But what is that shape that doesn't cause hell to unfold? It's... Does it have to be that shape? Because that doesn't lock all of these into place. Oh, it does lock them all into place. Which doesn't work here. So it literally can't be that shape. Could it be something wonky like this? No. Well, at least... No, I can't. I can't fit something... I can't fit that shape in. I can't even do a cross, for that matter. Oh, this is... crazy. This is actually crazy. That doesn't leave space, so it... Oh, no. And then that's forcing this to be... like this, but then I can't have this here. I mean, this is the different part, so I have to figure out how I get a 5 here. It doesn't result in the same shape right here. It has to be able to bend. That's never going to work because I'm never going to get it out. Yeah, I could do that, but then this ends up being the same, and then also it blocks this, so that just doesn't work. Does it have to be this shape? I can't see any other shape that works. So if I do this, I can't fit it in here. If I fit it in here, then I can't do it here. There's no way to do that. Would a U shape work? No, because that immediately violates this. I think it has to be this shape. I don't see any other way around it, which causes so many problems. Oh, wait. Wait. Genius? That solves it. That solves it perfectly, actually. At least so far. So this has to come out. I don't know what I do after that. I know it can't be here. This has to be, it can't be an L shape, so it cannot be this. Because that's gonna, when this becomes that shape, it'll invalidate here. So that means it could be something like that. I mean, it could. Probably not. Well, actually, that fills in nicely there. This, but then that doesn't let us get a 5 square here. Unless I turn it and do it like this, but then that leaves a spot here. So I don't think it can be out that far. Doesn't that force it to be something like this? Or it could be an L piece. It could potentially. No, because that leaves a 6 here, and I need a 5. So I think we are forced into either that or a zigzag of some kind. If I zigzag, at least a 5 here. There's a possibility. But then this has to be a zigzag. I can't do that. So that does not work. If I do this, I can't fit this in here either. So it has to be a T. Is a T really the only way to do this? Then how do I fit that over here without causing a space? I can't. I cannot. If I do this, like I originally wanted to, again, I've got a 6. I have an odd number of spaces over here. It does not work. Doesn't matter how I orient that. Unless I can do something creative with the orientation here. Or I could do weird shapes like this. Then I have to also match it here. Doesn't work. If I did a cross, it also is not going to work. T-shape we already know doesn't work. Oh, jeez. It's like that, but that leaves a 4 space. Close, but could I rotate this at all? That leaves a space here and a 3 space here. It's just worse. But if I swap this around and make it better. Not really, no. That really limits how many shapes, what shapes we can have, but this doesn't work. Unless, actually, I do it this way. And I could potentially work. Whatever space is going to be left is going to have to work here. That's not going to work. So rather than thinking about this spot here, maybe I start over here. All right, what works here? That also works here. It can be a 3, it could be a 4 line, or it could be a T, but no, it can't be a T because that would conflict there. It could be this. And then with some very clever positioning. No. Actually. Oh, undo. It's not. I don't know how I'm going to fill in this in that case. Unless this goes this way, but then I leave 1 space there. Oh, that's tricky. And then I also have this wall to deal with. Am I wrong about this top right? It feels so right. It feels so right. I don't think I can do the same thing on both sides. I don't think I can make it symmetrical. I guess I could. I think that's gonna mess up this stuff, right? Like, how am I gonna ever fill in these areas? This would have to be here, probably. So I can get a different shape over here. And then this. Starting to believe. Oh, but then no, because it cannot be the same shape. It cannot be the same shape. If it's the same shape, we get screwed over on the right-hand side because of this stupid delta. Because this has to match this, and then it doesn't matter where it is. This also has to match it, which then invalidates this. Therefore, if I have that shape over there, I cannot do it here. It means I could do 5 in. I can't do 5 in a line. It doesn't work. This is the same shape. It doesn't matter. Plus, it blocks anyways. And T blocks this, so it can't be a T. Oh no. Oh no. It could be this actually. It doesn't have to go here. Then I can't get out here. So it kind of does have to, actually. The alternative is, what if this was not? What if I did it over here? You know? This then has to also be... And this also has to be... And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, that does not technically invalidate yet. Problem is when I get over to here. Wait, this might work. I just don't know. This has to be this. Does this work? This does work. Can I? No. The answer is no. Because this is an L shape. Again. And I don't have any other options up here. Unless. No, I can't do this. Could I do this? Maybe. To fill in this space. But then this. God. That forces this to be. Yeah, it doesn't work. Don't work. Don't work. It's not the right shape. This is really difficult. Let's do this and get a hint. Okay, there has to be a wall there. Curious. I mean, that does narrow things down, I suppose. So that means the shape here. I can't do that because it would block that out. I mean, I could theory do this. Right. But then it has to be this shape here as well. It cause problems down here for sure. Is it? Not necessarily. Then I have to get that shape here. It's gonna cause... Oh, okay. So I think this... Oh no, because it has to be that shape. Shoot. Yeah, I can't do that shape. I can't do it over here. Can't do crosses because that won't work here. I could do it like... Could I do it like that? No, because I can't get... Wait, I can't. I can do it like that, but then this gap is here, and this gap is here. So it obviously it's terrible. It doesn't work. So this is a line, huh? And it has to be something all of them can do to fill in the space. And I can't have these be the same shape, man. So, like that? Would this work? Again, I'm going to run into problems trying to fill in the left side, maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, that doesn't work. If I go horizontally, it's going to block off stuff. Could do this, maybe. No, that leaves a 4. Or a 3. So I don't see how I can fit that in. And this one we already know doesn't work. We know this one doesn't work. And if I touch either of any of these, it's going to be a problem. If it doesn't touch that... do a big Z. Can I do that everywhere and not break things? I mean, this could be anything. This would be 6. So that doesn't work there. I can't get another thingamajig if I do that. It would actually have to be like horizontally, but then this breaks, so Yeah, that doesn't work. This is so hard. This is so difficult. Because this is going to be forced to be this shape, and then that breaks this whole shenanigans over here. So I need a shape that I can do here and here that takes up 5 squares that won't interact with these ones over here. In particular, won't go into this square. It seems like the only way to do it if this is a line. But I don't know how to solve this portion. In a way that allows enough things to be filled in. You know? If I go horizontally, I'm left with 1 square. That's exactly 5, yeah. This doesn't fill in this area. This is so unbelievably difficult. What? I'm missing one thing. I'm missing one thing, and I don't know necessarily what it is. Remote tabbing. Discord distracted me. 5. Like, oh God. I don't know how to do this. I think entry so far is correct. Yeah. This line, huh? That baffles me so much. What if they're U shapes? Can't fit a U shape in here. It doesn't work. There's no way to get it here, so it can't be that. All right. I've determined that it can't be in either of these squares. I know there's a line here. That doesn't leave any room for it being something different. Was my assumption that it can't be here wrong? Really not. Because if this is the same, then all of these end up having to be the same. They literally all link to each other. And then these have to be a different one that's to satisfy this. Right? I can't imagine any way. Because this has to be the same as this, but this has to be different from this. Oh, it's so bloody difficult. So let's say these have to be yellow. This has to be. These have to be red. Okay, of some form. Which means this has to be yellow. Heavily implies that this is forced to be something like this. If it goes like this, then I can't fill it in. If it's like this, I can't match. So it's like forced to be that. What shape this has to be, I don't know. It thinks that it has to be this shape. That's what it's telling me. But I don't know how to solve the left-hand side if that is the case. I leave 5 while still satisfying this. I don't think so. We've got too many. We don't have enough squares in the left if I do this. No way to do it. There's a line there? But why? But why, sir? Oh. Oh, that satisfies this. I see. All right, I got kind of spoon-fed this. Yep. I got completely spoon-fed. Oh, wait. Aha. It's not. Yeah, this way. Be the same as this, which can be. Does that work? Because if it's like this, I can't fill in that square. I can't go up and down because this is here. How do I fill in the rest of this? These have to be different colors. This has to be this shape? But how without causing an invalid square? Okay, well, we can work backwards. Since this has to be there or there. Wait, that blocks off. I've already tried this. It doesn't work. Unless I do this. And then this. And then this. Oh my gosh. That was so difficult. We've had 5s where I just breezed through in 10 seconds. And this one took so long. Oh, my brain. I need some easier 2s. It'd be area of exactly 2, huh? Well, a lot of these are immediately forced, so this doesn't seem like it would be very challenging. You know? I think they just automatically fill in themselves. Oh. Trivial. Exactly 5. Okay. I don't need to all be yellow. Let's get some colors here. Okay. This has to be a different color. This, okay, there's a lot of stuff here. Obviously, these two have to be different from each other. These could be a link like this. And then, like so. Oh, that would block this, so that doesn't work, actually. This could be this way. Oh, that blocks these, but it could match this and this and this. Yeah, okay. That was not too bad. That was not too bad. Of course, it was a lower difficulty one, so exactly 4. Ah, they're just running it back, huh? Actually, not quite. Very similar. But it is a different layout, actually. So 4. If I do this, this is forced to go here, which this is then invalid, so it can't go that way. It means this has to go this way, it has to go this way. Boom. This has to go this way, this has to go this way. Don't know which way this goes yet. This has to fill in that area. So does this. This has to be different from this guy. And I need to fill this in. There you go. Very, very straightforward, actually. There's a couple of 5s there. There's a 2 here. Let's keep doing the easy ones. Exactly 60. Sir. Okay. Well, these can't be here, so it has to go this way. It can't go here, so it has to go this way. Can't go here, so it has to go this way. After this, it could go pretty much anywhere. I have to figure out this middle. So I know this is going to be a different color. Well, okay, I don't necessarily... I know it's going to be at least covering those. Do you think it's just going to spiral around each other? This can't go here. How big is that? 56. It only needs 4 more. That breaks those. There's only going to be so many squares that can go. It goes like that. Apparently that's not correct. Oops. Where is this invalid? Oh, here. Ah, I see. A pesky little line, huh? Okay. But either way, this is pretty close. This probably means I need to do... Oh, this is the wall here. Get this be a different color, please. Thank you. Do red and blue. Let's do blue and yellow, actually. Oh crap. Yeah, that's right. So these have to be yellow here. Means this has to be red here. Was that too many squares? It is. Crap. No. That doesn't work. 59. Crap. Close, but no cigar. I don't think I can, oh, damn it. All right, let me just redo this. Red on the outside. Can't go in any of those, so it has to do that. There's no question about it. So I need to just do this. $43. Needs to be 60, huh? Can't extend those at all there. Why is this allowing me to do this? Oh, because it wasn't the same color. It's a very similar shade of red, but not. The problem with this right now, actually, I see is that this needs to be a different color. So I need to leave that path open. But where can I extend this color? I need to get it over here somewhere, but I can't. Curious. Can't do that, can't do that, can't do that. Can't do that. I can't extend anywhere else. Why is that wrong? Oh, it's already 60. That's just a solution. I was just staring at the solution. I thought I had to do more. But no, okay. Overcomplicated it in my mind. So we got 4 and 3 5s. Try the 4. Exactly 10. Well, these have to be different colors. These have to be different colors. It looks like we're going to need 4 shapes here, generally speaking. How big is this? 8. 8. That's 11. This is 9. So I just have to take 1 square away. I can't just take 1 square away. I could do this and this, perhaps. Allowing... Nope, that's not going to work. Interesting that they have... Basically have to solve 2 separate individual puzzles here, because they don't interact with each other at all. If that's that, I have to do it like... I think it probably has to do something like this. I need him to get out, which I can't do. Okay, let me try again. So I know that this has to be here. There has to be a different color here. We randomize. I don't necessarily know those, though. I know this has to happen. Past that. Well, if there's another color here, it's unlikely. I need 3 colors here. I'm assuming this is going to be 1 big color. It feels like a pretty safe assumption. It's 8. It's going to have to dip into the others a little bit in some way or another. This, if this fills in, is 8. Is that just it? No. Because I need yellow. It's the same problem I had before. Oh, come on. I can't. I can't do it that way. Oh. Can't give 1 red over here. It doesn't work. So, like, I can't make this the yellow. Because red can't extend that way at all, and yellow can't extend this way at all. What I'm thinking is it's probably something, but then it has to match up here. That works for these two. Wait, that works for all of them. Okay, so that side is solved. Ooh. Next, over here. All right, we're probably gonna be similar thing. So this has to be a different color as well. Can I snake this around the outside? That's too many. I can't snake him across, but he could do this. That would break that. So he'd have to satisfy both, which cannot happen. It's physically impossible. Therefore, the yellow probably has to... Can I just trade a little bit here? Trade space, trade territory. 12. I mean, I can do... Nope. 9 and 11. That doesn't quite work. The red's never going to be able to cover this or this because it'll just choke out the blue entirely. Can never get this. So it is going to be some matter of giving up red to blue so that red can extend out this way perhaps. Blue can't make it there. Red might be able to. No, it can't. There's no other square for me to give up to. I can't swap red to blue at all here. So, am I right about this corner? Can I get yellow to be reasonably full without red messing everything up? Oh, red's gobbled up everything at this point. If I do that, I'm not going to be able to get red over there. $11, $10, $9. Need one. No, God. There's nowhere to give up. It's the same I had before, basically. I can't bring him over any farther. Can't do this. I can't give... Oh, wait, I could do this, right? There we go. Wait a minute. Are these... No, they're not this. They're not the same, just rotated. That would have been kind of funny if it was. And if you clued into that, you'd be able to help. Let's get something a little different here. Exactly 9. Good Lord. These puzzles are just... Well, very puzzling. So the top left looks like it's very important. So these have to be different from each other. I wish it would pick 3 colors, but it doesn't. Which means... Say this was a 4. And this could not be... This could be this. Oh, that would be exactly size 9, right. Oh, geez. 6, 7, 8. If I did this would then be potentially valid. These have to be the same. Okay, so we're going to have to satisfy these 2 shapes. And these should probably fall into place. So what 2 shapes can I do? Oh, it's going to be 3 shapes, actually. Size 9? Oh, it can't be the same shape because they have to be separate. And I have to fill out this square, so it's probably something. Dude, 9 is so much. What? This isn't gonna work. 5, 6. Give me 3 shapes. And they all are gonna have to... Oh no. This is so difficult. So I've got 3 different shapes. They all have to go through these 3 spots. If they don't, they all have to be the same shape here, but then that won't work for this. So I'm gonna have to double dip. Oh, they could be the same shape. And this one, I mean, could be the same shape, but in some other way. So if I look at this, they have to be different. So that can't be the same. Is there any other way to link these in a way that isn't a U shape? I mean, you could do a bigger U shape, but I need these 2 to be linked. So we have a 3rd shape to make these different. That's not going to work. Wait, can it be the same shape? Oh, I can. And then I just have to make these 2 the same shape. Okay, it's actually not so bad once I see that. So I need some kind of U shape here. Okay, I can't do that though. These are the same, right? And I extend, 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 extend. Yeah! Oh, I feel smart on that one. All right. Color something different, please. Thank you. There you go. Cool. Oh, this game's so sick. Exactly 8. Oh, it's this thing again. Right, because we took a break and went elsewhere. 8, huh? There's not going to be that many shapes. Interesting. So let's just try some things. This has to be a different shape over here. So that's important to note. Means I could do something like this. This has to be a different color or different, yeah, different color. These also have to be different. That's too many. It's unlikely to be those combined. We need 1 more. Can't be those. Those can't be the same. These can't be the same. So I'm thinking this isn't working. Oh yeah, I can't do that, right? Which means this is strictly wrong. Okay, let's start again. Let's start over here. So these had to be different shapes. Gotcha. I wish I had done this at the same time as the other ones that were similar to this. I would have had it all in my mind already, basically. If these have to be different from each other across this gap and here as well. This has to be 3 different shapes down here and 2 shapes up here. Is there going to be enough squares for that many shapes? Probably not. So I imagine this is actually a shape. That's just really convenient. Really convenient to do that. If I do something like this, that doesn't necessarily solve this problem. So I need to solve that problem. I can't do this. I can't do that if I do this. So, but this would block this off. So therefore, it has to be something like that. Which makes sense. It can't go to the left because then I'll have a space left over. It has to go up, which makes sense. I think that's it, more or less. And it's just a matter of filling them in. Yeah. Okay. Another 5 here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the top right looks like very promising. There'll be exactly 5. Well, this has to include that. There's no question about it. It cannot be there. Let me put on random colors. Therefore, it's forced to be this shape. That forces this to be this shape. This shape. There's nowhere else for that to go. And this can go, I don't know where. But the top right corner, we've figured out. Bottom corner, This can't loop around to there, so it has to be a different color. So it can't cut that one off either. So it has to go this way. This guy has to be here, and it has to fill up that. So it has to fill up that. This has to be across. This has to be here, which forces this up here. Good start. Here, this has to be different from this. It can't loop around, but it could go there, potentially. That would be very nice if that just worked out. Does it cause any other problems? Potentially not. I'm doing speculative movement here. Okay, that does not work. Okay, I'm just gonna undo this. I was just making shit up along the way there, so there's no guarantee on any of that. So if I want to get this bottom left corner, 5, it kind of has to be this. Well, no, it doesn't. It could be up like this and have something else here, but then this has to be a different color, so it kind of has to be like that. And the only way to fill this in, well, it could be snaking like this, but then this gets blocked, so no, that's not true. I think these are more or less forced. And I think that more or less forces this. And this. Okay, after that, I don't really know. This has to be different. And this also has to be different. This blocks that off. So I'm thinking I'm wrong. I'm thinking I'm wrong. What did I do wrong exactly? It could be over here, to be honest. I mean, I could check and see. I don't want to do that yet. Go away. I'm not willing to cheat yet. That's a strict wall I can't delete. This is a problem. Yeah, is there no way to solve the bottom here? Potentially. I mean, there's nothing saying it has to go left, right? There's nothing saying I can't just do this. Okay, there is one thing. That is definitely one thing. And this can't be the same, so... It does feel like it forced, but that can't happen there either, so... If that's the case... I don't have a whole lot of options here for the bottom. Oh, that blocks that off. So yeah, like, I don't know. I don't know how to do that in any other way. I guess I have a cross here now. That's actually different. Oh, I need these to be different from each other. These have to be different from each other. So it's almost certainly something like that. But then I don't have enough space here. If I do something like that, then can I... No, because this is only 4. Doesn't work. And this can't go up 1. Because then it's that. I could do this, actually, and that frees it up. But that doesn't work here. Because if it goes up, we're breaking rules. If it goes left, we're blocking this off. And it's too far for that. And I can't do it this way. I always have one space left over. How do I rearrange this? I do this. No. Can't swap this either. If I do this. Yeah, it's the same problem I just had. I can't do that. A better way to fill up over here? I don't know, actually. What? Okay, I'm gonna use a hint. Everything entered so far is correct. Okay, that tells me I'm just messing up the final part here. I'm not seeing the solution that I should be able to see. So let's start working from the top left. These have to be different colors. Doesn't leave me a whole lot of options for where this guy goes. If I go here, end up blocking stuff off, so it probably goes there. Probably. This has to be a different color from those. So honestly, something like that, but that doesn't work great either. So this is not looking correct. It's feeling like it's... No, it can't be that either. Holy, this is insane. I'm right on everything so far? It has to be this that's wrong then? Alright, I keep thinking it's 4, but it's actually a 5 spot. That doesn't work. Doesn't work, dude. What? This is 5. This could be 5. This could be 5. This could be 5. Oh my gosh, it was that easy. Oh, it was that easy. Oh, I was trying to overcomplicate that so much. Okay. We're at 33 of 35. There's actually at least 2 more. Ah, where is it? There it is. It's 3. Exactly 5. Well, these are all forced. This has to be a different color. So this blue actually has to go like this. This green is honestly forced to go here. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, hold on. Let's start with one of them. One of them, okay? So this guy. Exactly 5. It can't go this way. It could go this way. If it goes up this way, it could not go here. It could go here. It could go here, but it would block that. It would fill it in. That would block this. I feel like this is one that you could probably reasonably brute force. Yeah. I mean, it's not quite brute force, but there's very few permutations. All right, I need one more at the very least. We are almost there. Any more secrets? So we got those secrets down there. Ah, it's behind. 21, huh? I mean, I feel like that's just too convenient. Oops. Is it just that simple? It's just that simple. Okay. We have completed it, but are there any extra bonus ones? Because every other area had some bonus ones. Well, we can see if this counts toward it or not, or if it's a new area. So let's check this one out. Oh, this is a totally new area. This is new stuff. So they have to include this shape. I mean, oh, okay. There we go. I mean, that's straightforward. But that, yeah, that doesn't count toward this. That's going toward that one. Gotcha. I want to see if there's any others. They all had more than you needed to gild it. I don't want to leave any puzzles behind. Here you are. Exactly 3. Well, if this goes up here, it blocks, so it has to be straight line. This can't be here, so it has to go here, which forces this. This could go either way. I don't know which. This can't go here, but it could go here or here. If it goes here, I'm blocking. If I do this, it's fine. I think it just fills itself in at this point, more or less. Can I see a path to victory here? It has to be straight. Yes. Glorious. Okay, so we are in fact at +1 now. Were they all +2? Yeah, they're all +2. So there should be one more that I've missed in this area, and then we can call it a day. I have not done this one. It's a 4. Okay. Oh, it's one of these. Well. So the difference is I can't have this match, but it has to be able to combine with this. It can't be like a 5. Oh, it has to be 4 long. 4 blocks. If I do this, it's going to cause problems over here. So it can't be that. They probably have to be separate. It can't be here. So it has to be here. Which forces probably this. Because if it goes up... Well, I guess it could go like this, in theory. I don't actually know. All I know is this has to not be an null piece. This cannot be a null piece either by that metric. Meaning it probably... Oh. That messes things up. Because the only... Oh, it could be a T-piece, actually. Then that means this has to be a T-piece, which means this has to go here. And then this is this. And now this should be anything other than this, probably. This could go this way or this way. I can't go that way. I could go this way. This would block off that guy. This can't be a square. It has to be like this or this, but it can't be like that. So then this also can't be. I could do it that way. Okay. And there we have it. We have done the precision area. 35 plus 2. Not freaking bad, dude. We even did one on this area, but we'll do that next time. So if you enjoyed this, please leave a like and subscribe if you're not already. I'm going to be playing this entire game, guaranteed. It is a very, very big game by the looks of it, but we're making good progress. So I will see you guys next time on the Artisan of Glimmith, or whatever game I happen to be playing, because I upload every single day. See you guys then.